these are, really popular patterns that we want to give you guys this day to just like get all the stuff that you love, because it's your day.
It's your day. It's your day. And we want to celebrate it for sure. Hi, guys, and welcome back to the Thick Thighs Save Lives podcast. I'm Kelsey.
And I'm Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
Hey, girl. Welcome back, you guys. We're so excited to have you this week. And I asked Kelsey if she had anything that she wanted to talk about in the beginning of the episode that might be funny or just, funny stories that happened to her. And instead, she said she has a thought-provoking question that's not funny at all. So hope you're here for that, because it wasn't what I was going for. But I mean, it's just Kelsey in a nutshell.
Yeah, well, sometimes we can go for some funny things. Like it might be funny now, but it wasn't funny at the time. But my dog got arrested, and it was a whole thing. Like it's like a really traumatic thing that once it's over, you can just laugh about, because I feel like a lot of people have this experience because Rachel had a dog named Grace, and Grace went to the bar one time.
So my dog, was a real rascal, if you will. Your dog is not a rascal.
She's much
a
more
well-behaved. Yeah, and she's very serious. My dog's the kind of dog that like you find at dive bars, and she's tunneled out of the yard and she's filthy, like head to toe covered in dirt, and she just goes to a dive bar and they have to call me and be like, I don't know, is this your dog?
Well,
She's like trying to
Grace
drink beer at the bar.
She is trying to drink beer at the bar and like going to make friends. Like she's a real friendly gal, and she gets it set in her mind that she's going to tunnel out of the greatest life a dog has ever lived. So it's like a real weird situation because like, Grace, why are you tunneling out of like this amazing house that you get like carried around, and you eat like organic food?
1 million treats and like filtered water, and she goes to like the closest dive bar. And I have to like shamefully walk in at 9 a.m. and be like, yeah, that's my dog.
It's my drug dog. So that was the time Rachel, I don't want to say you lost Grace. Like Grace actively left.
It was a conscious decision. She meant to.
Like she just like wandered out, and she like went to a bar, and Rachel got a call from like, a bartender, and was like, hey, can you come pick up your dog?
That's all.
Now, Harley, on the other hand, is not a wanderer. Now, she's a wanderer in a different way where like she is more of a huntress, but like we could never let Grace off the leash in an open yard without a fence. And Harley does that regularly. Like she comes back when I call her. Like she is just much more of a like serious, disciplined dog. And she's not.
She comes back when you call her, almost like a real dog.
Grace did not.
My dog was not a real dog at any point.
So weird because like she just would be like, huh? She would just like wander off. But like Harley's very much not like that. And honestly, like the complete opposite of Grace, where like she does not like people. She doesn't like other dogs. And like I know if you've seen her on Instagram, people are very familiar with Harley. And she seems like a sweet, like super friendly dog. But she honestly doesn't really like anyone else but me.
No. It's a very small circle of one.
Yes.
Human that she likes.
And it's not even like I can move around and Harley doesn't know. Like I was watching this morning, and like she comes in when I'm taking a shower. She comes out with me at 6 a.m. first thing. She sits during coffee. She sits next to me while I'm making breakfast. Like I cannot take a step without stepping on Harley. And
except the
other night where she got arrested. And this is so like literally the police department. It was a whole thing. First of all, she went missing. I'm like looking everywhere for her. I'm gonna skip the dramatic part and go to her mugshot because it was like a horrible situation. I've since ordered trackers and scanning things that are gonna go on her leash so that if you find her, you scan it on your phone and it notifies me.
That's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, the things they have
People
now.
actually on the my responded to my stories with some of these things, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing! I'm totally
That's so
getting
cool.
all of these." Yeah. And like, so the thing is, like, we're looking everywhere. We're going through the woods. I'm like picturing her just like looking for her body, like, because she was not coming back when I was calling her, and that's not what she does. And so, we got on the phone with the police department who says, we picked up a dog in that area, not sure if it's her, like, blah, blah, blah. And let me tell you, this whole thing was super shady because they're like, well, you have to come to the police department to pay the release, her bail money here. And then you go to the kennel and then pick her up over there. And we're like, can we pay the kennel? And they were like, no. And then, of course, they were like, it has to be cash and we don't have any change. And I was like, is this a scam?
This is why, I never needed any trackers or anything. I always knew where Grace was. She was at the bar.
She was at the bar.
This is why, because Harley is such a bougie bitch.
Yeah. She really is. And she's just a wanderer. But like, yeah, this is a whole thing. I took a picture with her, their mugshot, because she got arrested and, had to go bail her out of jail. It was a whole thing. And I think she's a little bit nervous about it because she hasn't gone very far. But I'm like looking around, I'm like, she never goes far. Like, I get up off the couch and I go to the bathroom, and if I shut the door too soon, it's either scratches at the door.
Is is she acting now like nothing happened at all, or is she acting ashamed that she has a mugshot that's on the internet?
I feel like she is acting like nothing happened at all. And she wasn't even bailed out of jail. And even when I got to the jail cell to bail her out, she's like, oh, hello.
You fancy seeing you here.
I was like, what the hell? And I
Where
was
are all the
obviously
treats?
like crying, like she'd been missing. It was a whole thing. And she was just like, oh, thanks for picking me up.
Oh,
Every
hey,
parent is
girl.
like, this is going to be the teenage years.
Yeah, it wasn't my proudest moment getting bailed out either. No, just joking. I don't think I've ever been arrested. I don't think I have. Have you ever been arrested? I don't think you have.
I don't.
I have been picked up by the
Yeah,
police.
I got dropped off by the police at your house.
Yes. Yes.
I didn't see when you have an older sister, you get some different thing. You have different options
There's
as to
perks.
where you can be dropped off because that's still a family's house. Like
Technically,
te-
you were not lying.
technically, when
You
they
were
say where do you
going
live, I
home.
can just. And I remember getting there too, and like this is Rachel and Mark who are already together. Obviously, they live together, and like they opened the door, and I was like, "Hey guys, with the police, we're just gonna go to bed."
It was a lot better than mom's potential reaction.
Yeah.
But have you told mom, or is this going to be the first she hears?
I don't know if I told mom because I do,
Mm.
I don't have a lot of. I don't remember if I told her. I know I came with no shoes on.
Yes, you were missing an essential part of your
Yeah,
outfit.
I definitely lost the shoe. They were, you know what? They were a casualty of that night. Those were never to be found again.
Well, I mean, maybe like the rest of that night, it should go
It was a casualty.
in the dumpster.
Just write that off. No one's a goner. Forget
It's a
it.
gun. So Harley is safe. She is
Grounded.
okay. She's grounded.
She's grounded. She's not going nowhere. She's not going to any swamp. She's not going in the woods. She's grounded.
big trouble. But I wanted to give you, see, you said, oh, I'm not funny. I don't have anything funny to say. And I was like, no, of course you do. Um, but I wanted to give you a chance to ask your thought provoking question before we got started on today's episode because, I don't want to, everybody's going to be like, wait, but what happened with the thought provoking question? I
Yeah.
want to be provoked.
So I had recently talked to um, another person that gave me some thought provoking ideas, which I love. I'm over here like, what do we have in some thought provoking ideas? And one of the questions that he asked was like, define certain words. And I wanted you guys to define one of the words that I was thinking about. And the word is success. And so I was thinking, because like we all think there's this general definition for health and for success, and there really is not. So I want you to think about the word success and define what it means to you.
That's cool. Was this the podcast that you did a guest spot on?
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a great question. Um, I love the idea that these terms can be completely subjective and up to you. And like everybody's definition is going to be different. I think we totally can get into these ruts where we assume that everybody's definition of this is the same and that everybody's going to therefore be on the same path to it. And it's like that is the most ridiculous assumption ever. And so I like this. I like
You
this one.
like this? See, you were gonna like the thought provoking because I was like, this has mean, and honestly, can change throughout your life.
I
Like
agree.
it's
I
ever
agree.
evolving.
Which is also the cool thing.
Yeah.
It can be one thing, in your 20s, a different thing in your 50s. And you can be unapologetic about the fact that it's changing and that like it's ever evolving. So I love that too. Are you asking me or do we just want to leave it out there to our girls?
I did want to ask you, but I didn't want to put you on the spot because I know that it's a heavy question, but I
No,
would
I
love to hear your answer.
I don't think it's a heavy question at all because, like you said, it is ever evolving, and I don't have to stick to this answer at all.
Mm,
I'm just going to go with the two things that come like to my mind first. Health to me is freedom to do whatever I want within my own body. So if I want to go for a hike, if I want to have the energy to go all day, without needing multiple stimulants to do it, if I want to pretty much, pick up my son to put him up on the monkey bars, anything that I want to do, not being limited by my body is health to me. And that's always been my definition. And obviously, when I was younger, health, took on a different term in the fact that like I had very specific goals, strength goals and fitness goals that I wanted to meet, but it really has never changed what health is to me. And that's always been just the ability to call on my body for anything I need and have it meet me for the task.
that's a great one. The original word was success, but
Oh,
I gave
I
health
thought you
as
said
another
health.
example, but
Oh, geez. Well, I'm doing both then.
yeah,
Success,
that's why I was
success.
like, you can move on to the next one. Could you hold your thing
Okay.
a little closer?
Oh, yeah, sure. So success to me has always been a synonym for happiness and joy. So success, in my opinion, is living a life in which happiness and joy come easily and plentifully, and they are ever present in your life. I just think that is the pinnacle of success, in my opinion.
I love it. I love it. I think one of these, I love to hear other people's answers also. So if you guys can answer this, and comment it wherever we, share our podcast, post, if you can share that, that would be amazing. Because I also think like when you hear other people's and you think of your own, you hear other people can inspire your answer. And I think sometimes we get nervous about the fact that like, oh, someone else inspired my answer. Am I stealing that for them? No, like if you hear something that you say like that aligns with me, I can use that as well. Like it's not stealing. It's when you feel inspired by other people, you can only use it for your benefit.
Why is yours really similar?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely put
Pays to go first.
yeah, no, I know. I definitely put joy and happiness always at the top of my list. And when I define success and I look at what, my core values are for what I want in this life, and then I try to base decisions based on that. So when I say like I would like to be successful, and then I say like what does success look like for me? Like success for me looks like having joy and happiness in every part of my life and having freedom and living a life that I choose on purpose is what success looks like for me. So then from there, I really like base decisions on that. So when I'm like presented with opportunities, like, do you want to do this thing or do you want to take your career in this, aspect, or you want to do this thing with competitive fitness, things like that. I can go back to like, okay, I'm doing that to be successful, but does that align with what I define as success? And then the decisions are a little bit easier for me because it either aligns or it doesn't. And, like when I look at competing, for example, like once I stop finding joy in competing, I'm not going to do it anymore because that's success to me. I find joy in competing. So it's not whether I'm good or it's not any of these other things that someone else might define as success. But for me, that's what it means to me. And as soon as it's not meeting that criteria, it's gone.
I love the like idea of success being just living your life on purpose.
Yeah.
Like these are the choices that I made on purpose,
Hmm.
and that is what success is. I like that idea because a lot of times I think that women especially can get caught in a people pleasing um, or conforming with society kind of mentality where sometimes they look back and say like, wow, these are not maybe choices that I made on purpose. This is kind of stuff that I thought was,
Or you feel the shoulds, right?
the
You
shoulds.
feel
Yeah,
the
that's what I
shoulds
mean.
of the pressure of shoulds, where you say, I should feel happy because I have these things that society has deemed successful. I have a successful job. I have a successful career. I have a successful marriage. I should feel in love. But are you?
I,
Like,
I like that.
you
I like
know?
that on purpose. Yeah, I do. I think that it's that was a thought provoking question. Thank you to you, and thank you to Jay Nixon who presented to you on your guest spot because I think
He's going to
that
come
was a
on
good
ours in
one.
the future, too. So
Yeah,
stay tuned, guys.
I'm excited. A man,
A man?
a man on the podcast. My God. Uh, so we have to tell you guys we have a really big event coming, and you are our most favorite people, and this event is for you. And it's one of the things that we are, I think, most proud of as a company.
Mhm.
One of our most proud day is Group Friday, and it is coming. And we want to give you guys the access, the heads up, the early the early kind of like flags to what is going to be available and what you are going to have access to. And it's really a time that we want to say thank you to you guys for all that you have done for CBG as a company, to allow us to amplify our messaging and to allow us to find our success, which has really been connecting with women and providing them an opportunity to wear some amazing gear that makes them feel great as well as functions with them. So that is what Group Friday is all about.
Mm. So let me just interject real quick, and I just want to say what Group Friday is early access to Black Friday. So there's a you hit November. There's a ton of buzz around Black Friday and Black Friday deals. And what happened is we were like, yes, we love Black Friday or Wednesday, whatever. But the thing is our community members should what really happened, let me just give you a glimpse in the rear view, is we started Black Friday and it was so awesome that some of our core members didn't get some of the like discounts or some of the free gifts that we wanted them to have access to. So basically why we created Group Friday, early access to Black Friday, is for our community to be able to have access to all of the amazing things that we're going to do one time a year, earlier than everybody else. And this year, guys, we've done it bigger than ever.
Bigger
I'm
than ever.
so excited. Like, I'm jumping out of my seat excited for Group Friday this year because I think that we have the best free gifts possible. We have amazing new patterns. We've really like tuned in and listened to our community of what they wanted to see back. So we brought some stuff back. So I want to tell you there's 4 options of free gifts that we're offering this year. And 3 of them are brand new patterns that we have never offered in leggings before. They're also available for purchase because they're amazing, but our free gifts are pretty freaking cool.
I'm so excited about the free gifts. It's one of my favorite things about Group Friday. I remember our first ever free gift, and the first ever free gift was a special one because at the time we had just recorded the like "You Are an Athlete" podcast episode, and we were really trying to get our community around the idea that wherever they were at in their fitness journey, they were an athlete and they could call themselves an athlete. And we released, in honor of that, a free gift on Group Friday of a athlete sweatshirt that sold out in 9 minutes, which our first Group Friday,
You're like,
we
they're
we
gonna
didn't
love
know.
this.
We didn't know what was, I mean, this was 2019. It was our first ever attempt at it. And we just genuinely did not know what kind of response we were going to get. So this year, in honor of Group Friday, we have 4, these patterns are so good. I am so excited to offer them as a free gift because it just feels like, you're not getting like, oh, by the way, we tossed in a free sticker. I mean, these are like amazing patterns, and I'm really excited to be able to give them away for free. If you spend $200, you're getting them for free. If you don't, you have the option to buy them because we knew that these patterns were going to be so good that if you didn't meet the threshold, we still wanted you to have a chance to own them because they're gorgeous. We have our Dreamcatcher pattern is brand new. Our Untamed pattern is brand new. Tie-dye we originally released in a skirt, but we heard you guys. You demanded it come in leggings, and we are coming through for you. And then we have our, do you want to say the buffalo plaid story?
Well, we have Naughty List as well for free gifts.
Oh, I forgot about Naughty List.
Yeah. So Naughty List is our favorite holiday themed pattern, and it's just it's a rock star pattern. Love it. And then Buffalo Plaid is not a free gift, but it is a new release item that will go live on Group Friday. And well, okay. I'm calling it that because we are recording this where we haven't actually named it yet. And just a little insight, peeling back the curtain to how we name patterns here, because I think we have some pretty cool names that we come out with, like Spook Kitty.
No credit
Spooky
to
kitties.
me or really you usually. We have some freaking clever people
Yeah, no.
working at CVG, and I'm not one of them.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not really us. We have some clever people. So we have a naming chat that goes around here, and everyone's involved. Like Alicia in support, Lauren, Lindsay, Steph, like all behind the scenes people you don't know. Val, Isley, of course, Jill, but all of these people are from support to warehouse. Everyone's involved in this chat, and we just put a picture of the pattern and say, like, what do you guys think we should name this? And I'm going to share with you some of the names that have been.
I've got the chat open. It's so good.
It's
It's
so
so good. Every time we have a new pattern, I'm like, I can't wait to get in the naming chat because I'm just going to laugh and laugh. So Lindsay wanted it to be called Lumberjacked.
yeah.
I love that. Tom suggested Craig's matching family photo.
So Greg is head of support.
His wife makes him, you guys. His wife makes him.
He's got
Like,
his family photo.
and they always have to match.
It's
And she
perfect.
always makes them wear plaid.
That's perfect. It's perfect.
It's so
It
good.
probably wouldn't make sense to the masses. They'd be like, "Who's Craig?"
Oh my! Isley's. I love Isley's. Isley's always are good.
I think so too. She's
She
clever.
wanted "Slay My Name." I love a good Destiny Child reference. You know what I'm saying? So good. All so good. Alicia wanted "Decked and Checked."
hmm
Lauren said "Checker Me Out." Like these are
There's
plaid to the bones.
Glad About You. Tis the Season. Cabin Fever.
It's our people are just the best kind of people. So that's just a little insight into our what happens when we name products. It's just a bunch of weirdos suggesting suggesting stuff in a chat.
Well, if
And
you guys, by the time this episode comes out, though, you guys know what the final name is that we went with. So you know if it's going to be any of these, or if it might not even been one we've come up with yet. Like it could be one we haven't even said.
I'm voting for Craig's family photo.
I literally can't. So
It's
yeah,
too good.
we are in love with that pattern. But I do want to say, because this, it's gonna group Friday is coming when this comes out, but we don't have a ton of those. So if you're also in love with that pattern, show up on time. It's not one of those like fashionably late situations. If you want to get the good punch, you know what I mean? Like if you want the hot snacks to the party. I'm motivated by snacks. If you want the hot hors d'oeuvres, you have to show up on time, and Buffalo Plaid is the hot hors d'oeuvre.
It's a high sellout risk, so for sure. The other new products, and I love this throwback to our first ever Group Friday in 2019. We came out with our Moto hooded sweatshirt, which I still wear to this
Oh
day.
yeah, it's a
Freaking
staple.
love that sweatshirt.
Mm.
We redesigned it and we made it into a zip up. And we are re releasing our Moto hoodie in a zip up this year as a throwback for our first ever Group Friday. And it is so comfy and so great. And who doesn't love a zip up? And we also, our other throwback is the Badass Reversible. Now, I can't even say how long people have been asking for these to re release. Who doesn't love two leggings in one? It's a reversible legging. Guys, you get 4 pockets.
Mm.
There's 4 pockets, everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people always ask that when it comes to reversible leggings. Like, does that mean the other side? Nope, the other side still has pockets. And I would like to say, so Badass Reversible is probably the most requested pattern from our community. Not probably, it definitely is. Because we wanted to know, like, what do you guys want? And we are always listening. Always got a pulse in there. And that was a highly sought after one. In the fact is that we did it better. We brought it back because first time we made it was like years and years ago before we had pockets on leggings. And so we brought it back with pockets, 4 pockets. And also, we, it has a gusset and a higher waistband. So it's just overall a better, new and improved legging. So it has badass on one side, and then it has like a camel skull on the other side. And then we also have one of our move free patterns with the camel skull coming out with that. So I'm just excited for that to come out.
I love that pattern. That pattern is a staple. Like it's screams CVG. It's one of our very first, most successful patterns. And I just love the idea of bringing it back on this special day for us
I'm
because
here for reversible.
I know I love
I'm
reversible.
like, you know
It's so
what?
good.
I have 2 outfits in this
It's so
one pair.
good. So, not to mention, so that's just, the new news. But really, Group Friday has the focus on its sales, sales, sales. We're just going to absolutely blow you away with the amount of stuff that you can get on sale. We have over 20 items at 50% off, and that includes skirts, dresses, leggings, crop tops, bras. Like you can go wild. And then we also have doorbusters. So the doorbusters are $19 specials, and we have some good stuff on there. We have shorts, we have leggings, we have bras, all for $19. We have patterns, really sought after patterns like black leopard, midnight. There's awesome stuff on there, and then in addition, we have some great discounts on some of our most popular items like T-Flex leggings are going to be 30% off on Group Friday. Glisten here are going to be 30% off. Like these are, really popular patterns that we want to give you guys this day to just like get all the stuff that you love because it's your day.
It's your day. It's your day. And we want to celebrate it for sure. We do have stockings this year too. Like we, people have asked for those and we're like, I don't know if we could do those. So like in our awesome badass patterns, you can have some stockings.
Those are
Just a
fun.
fun
I
addition, and all new like Halloween shirts with the keep it.
no, no,
What?
no, we're not selling Halloween
I mean, oh
shirts.
my God, Christmas. Christmas.
Move on.
I'm stuck in Halloween.
Lowe's has had Christmas up like for 3 weeks now. So
I know, I know.
you need
I
to get with
literally
the program.
cannot let it go.
You're a Halloween lover.
I
It's
am.
You and Rory, the king and queen of Halloween. But we have a whole new Christmas shirt collection, and there's some really funny ones in there too. So,
Well, of course they're funny because you guys hear what our group chats sound like.
right? These are the people coming up with your shirts. They're these people. I don't know where they went to their school of cleverness,
I
but
know,
like
they're so
I
clever.
need some. I know. So that's Group Friday, you guys. We are so excited. It is what is the actual date? Because I'm like all weird because we're way ahead. What's the
It's the
actual date
first
of?
week in November.
Yeah, the first Friday in November, right? What is that? The 4th?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the 4th. So Friday, November 4th. Get there early. That is especially if you want the Moto Zip Up, the Buffalo Plaid, your
Unofficial
unlimited,
name, but
unofficial name, your first choice at the free gift. Those are, definite reasons to show up. And also the sale items because we expect like the doorbusters, like
yeah,
the
some of those won't
$19,
last too.
they're
Like
not going to last.
we have available what we do, and we'll of course let our group and app members know first, but some sizes will sell out of those, especially the doorbuster ones, because a lot of those, like it's not just like random, like you can get a full outfit in there,
A full
like
ass
bras and
outfit.
shorts, bras and leggings. Like there's a lot that we want to offer you guys.
So thank you guys so much for all that you have contributed and supported CVG since our inception. Our first Group Friday feels like forever ago
I
now,
know, right?
but we just keep getting better and offering you more and more, because honestly, you just keep getting better and you are just the reason why we do everything that we do. And we're so appreciative. So we'll see you on November 4th, and we love you.
Bye, guys.